Welcome to springlib.
We know for a wave traveling in the negative x direction, the equation must be y equals the sine of kx plus omega t. Now we're given that a equals 0.08 meters and the wavelength equals 0.8 meters and that the frequency is equal to 3 hertz. Now we know that k equals 2 pi divided by the wavelength, and we know that omega equals 2 pi times the frequency. Therefore we know that k equals 7.85 and omega equals 6 pi. Therefore, we know that the equation equals y times 0.08 times the sine of 7.85x plus 6 pi t. And when you plug in y at 0, 0, we get 0.08 times the sine of 7.85 times 0 plus 6 pi times 0. This gives us y of 0, 0, which equals 0.08 times the sine of 0, which the sine of 0 equals 0, so y of 0, 0 equals 0. Now we are told that y of 0.10 is equal to 0. Now the constants in the equation would all stay the same, except this means that there is a phase shift in our wave. So we know that y equals 0.08 times the sine of 7.85 times 0.1 plus 6 pi times 0 plus a phase shift. Now y equals 0.08 times the sine of 0.785 plus the phase shift. And we know that this equals 0, so that we know that the sine of 0.785 plus the phase shift equals 0, which gives us that 0.785 plus the phase shift equals 0. And that means that the phase shift equals negative 0.785. So this gives us an equation that equals y equals 0.08 times the sine of 7.85 times x plus 6 pi times t minus 0.785.